You've talked about reading the Gospel of Thomas, and I wondered if you could pick out some knowledge that you've gained from that.
I am so fascinated, when I'm reading these Gnostic Scriptures of St. Thomas, of Mary Magdalene. It is fascinating to me. See, the reason why I'm so captivated by them, because I can witness in them as they interact with Jesus. I can see that. You see, someone like Jesus, someone who is as realized and as perfect and as complete, as a human being as Jesus, and who is so in touch with the epicenter of his own heart.
Yeah.
He does not speak in logical, connected sequence. You're not going to hear him speak in an intellectual order. See, I have been around mystics, who are ordinary mystics. Compared to Jesus, they were not even anywhere close, to how Jesus could have been. I cannot even understand what these mystics are saying at times. They inspire me, they captivate me, and they make me think, and they make me contemplate. They make me do many things. But only one thing they don't do, they don't make intellectual sense. Do you understand that? See, they are so abstract in the way they communicate. You don't see any intellectual order in what they say at times. Not at times, many times they don't. They really don't make sense.
When that happens, what does your heart tell you?
Well, I am inspired, in other words, I'm touched by their energy. I'm touched by their love. I'm touched by their compassion. And I know deep in my heart, there is more meaning to what they just said. But when they interact with me, I am more close to my heart than my mind.
Yeah.
You see, when I walk away from them, when I walk away from their presence, that's when my mind kicks in and start to think what they just said. And there I kind of move from my feelings, from my heart, to my thought processes and contemplate and try to understand what they just said.
Okay.
See, so when St. Thomas is interacting with Jesus, see, he is recording what Jesus is saying. So in most of the occasions, Jesus does not make sense at all. He doesn't. So when you are reading it, you really cannot say what Jesus is saying. You really cannot come up with an intellectual interpretation of what he is saying. The only thing is, see if we can get into that moment and witness the face of Jesus. Witness his love. Witness his compassion. Witness his mercy. Witness his, his sense of humor.
All
just
incredibly
witness.
powerful.
Just witness.
Yeah.
And not witness with your mind,
With your heart.
with your heart.
Yeah.
See? Then you will have time after that to reflect. See, even imagining that I'm joking, You know what I mean? See, that's how powerful it is. You know, witness the presence of Jesus in what he speaks. You see, when I'm reading the regular gospel, the 4 gospels in the Bible, on many occasions, you know, I can mindfully engage with them. And feeling with our heart, it comes after that. But you see, when you are reading the Gnostic Scriptures, it's the other way around. See, you witness what your heart feels. Then comes, you know, the delving into the mysteries, understanding of it, you know, thinking about it, trying to reflect on it, contemplating on it. All of those things come afterwards. So the reading of St. Thomas or even Mary Magdalene, it actually is a reverse order. You know, so you try to witness the feeling of Jesus, the heart of Jesus, not the mind of Jesus, not the face of Jesus, the heart of Jesus. See, it's a totally different experience. Totally a different experience. Do you see that?
Yes. I see the difference in doing that compared to relying on intellect.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, if I can pick up and if I can read a word, you know, in St. Thomas's Gospel. This is St. Thomas word 77.
Okay.
Jesus said, I am the light that is over all things. I am all. From me all has come forth, and to me all has reached. Split a piece of wood, I am there. Lift up the stone, and you will find me there. 78 says, why have you come out to the countryside to see the reed shaken by the wind, and to see a person dressed in soft clothes, like your rulers and your powerful ones? They are dressed in soft clothes, and they cannot understand truth. Can you imagine the feeling of Jesus when he spoke these words? It really does not make a whole lot of intellectual sense readily.
Really? Mm-hmm.
See, when he says light, I am the light, what is he saying? I am the epicenter. I am the 0 point of all conscious energies. See, it is our light that is drifting towards him. And when our light converges with his light, then our light is going to start shining like the light of Jesus. See, but is that obvious in those words? It's not. It's not. You know, so you just read them. And as you read, just look, witness the energy. Witness the heart of Jesus. So what is relevant in such an encounter is not what he says. It is not, how our mindfulness understand what he says. It is how our heart connects with the heart of Jesus. The words itself doesn't matter.
Do you connect with Jesus in that fashion through prayer and meditation?
We all have to, yeah. It is not as straightforward. It is something you grow into. We need to start and we need to grow into with faithfulness. We need to remain in it. It's very discouraging because a lot of times we don't see anything and we only see darkness. So we don't stay the course.
Yeah.
We really don't. And we face a lot of distractions, and then our mind starts to take control of the situation and we start going into our past and imagining the future. See, it is very hard to remain in the present moment. So whether I am there or not, well, that's, not really important. But what is important is you. You connect with Jesus in the present moment and remain in it, even for a few seconds. After your mind connects with other things, so be it. Come back and remain in it for a few more seconds. If you want to go somewhere, go somewhere. Okay? Because all your material attachments is not going to stand and watch you doing that. All of your illusions are not waiting in line for you to come back to them. Your ego is not taking a back seat as you do it. Okay? It is going to come back and tell you, Jeannie, are you nuts? It's going to happen all the time. See, regardless, you remain in it and improve on that abidance just seconds by seconds. Then the seconds will become minutes, minutes will become hours. Okay? Then you can always remain connected to the heart of Jesus. See? Always.
When your mind does go in the past and you kind of relive painful things, how do you get back to the heart?
It happens all the time. Don't feel discouraged. All the time. Your ego is not having a logical conversation with you. He brings your past into your memory. That's all he does. A small nudging is all it takes. When Satan tempted Eve, did the Satan go into a big discussion, about the fruit and all of that? No, a small nudging.
That's right.
A small nudging is all it took.
Yeah.
You see, so whether the serpent is real or not, that's besides the point. All it takes is that small nudging for you to go away from your heart.
Right.
That's how weak and vulnerable we are as material elements.
Yeah.
See, realizing the energy within us, the consciousness within us, don't imagine it's going to be as straightforward, it is going to be as easy. It's not. You really have to do it a little at a time and improve on it. You're not going to be established in it instantly. No way that is going to happen. Just stay in it for a few seconds and be happy. Then go everywhere your ego and your attachments are taking you. No problem. Come back and stay in it for a few seconds. See, it is that persistence is what is going to take you closer and closer to your heart, to your energy, to your epicenter of your energy, and to the 0 point of your own energy. Then union with Jesus is really inevitable. The heart of Jesus and your heart will become one and the same. Your epicenter will converge and become the epicenter of Jesus.
That's the goal.
Yeah. It is not your light that shines in you. Not relevant. It is your light converging with the light of Jesus and shining bright. That is what is relevant. And it is entirely possible in spiritual seeking and in a spiritual journey. Entirely possible. But you need to rely more and more on yourself. See, I can guide you, I can coach you, I can mentor you, I can validate your progress, but I cannot take you there.
Right.
You have to go there by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? It is between you, the image and likeness of you, that is going to emerge as the image and likeness of Jesus.
Yeah.
That is what we are talking about. And believe me, Anthony's image and likeness of God has nothing to do with what you're going to experience, what you're going to go through. I can just inspire you, I can guide you, I can mentor you, I can do all of those things, but I'm going to remain detached from your own journey.
Yeah.
Okay? That is what a typical spiritual master does. He doesn't say, I have answers to everything you are looking for, so come to me. No. He wouldn't say that. He will never say that. If he is truly a spiritual master. If he is truly a spiritual master, he would never tell you, come to me, I will take you there.